Well, I'm going to stick my pot hanger here. So I've got my Y shape. Going to get that nice deep into the ground. It's nice and secure. There you go. And then here, got my long piece of wood here. So at the end, I've flattened it out, chipped it out here. I actually did this previously a while back. I just needed to reuse a new Y just because that are all rotten and gone. So this one's perfect, which I can use. So what I'll do now, I'm just going to move this wood over. It's all the wood Yazzie collected for the fire. I'm going to get the fire going. She is going to get the next beam for our shelter. So she's processing that. A little bit thicker, but that length's perfect. But yep. Thicker, a lot thicker.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so this is Yazzie's sort of first big 24-hour bushcraft trip. She's done lots of camp trips, so it's all lesson learning for her. Okay, so I've got my upright position here, got my Y, and what I'm going to do as well over here, I have another Y. You see here I've got another Y. Just going to cut this bit off here. This is sharp enough already. I'm going to sharpen this point, and I'm actually going to use it. I'll show you the camera. Down here at the base. So this is a base where our pot hanger is going to hang on. So we need to hang it here because obviously it's heavy water. It's going to lift up like this through the Y. Okay. So I'm just going to cut this, sharpen it up. I'll get it in the ground. Okay, so I'm just going to process this end bit now. Just going to cut this off. Cut it about here. That's it. Okay, so I've cut that nice bit there. So I'm just going to sharpen that up. I might actually drop that a little bit more. Just cut that down a little bit more. There you go. And knife out. Sharpen that one. There you go. Trim that one up a little bit. And then I think also what I'll do is I'll take this off. It's a little bit long. I don't want it sticking out to trip over. I don't want trip hazards around the fire. There you go. And then got my mallet. Over here. Okay, and give it a mallet in. There you go. Holds it in a nice position. That's not going anywhere. Just tilt that round. So perfect. Okay, right, so I need to get the fire going now. So today what I'm going to use is ferrocerium rod. And I like to use the backside of the blade on my Laplander saw. You can use the back of your knife, but I find it damages my knife sometimes a little bit on the back, whereas this is easy replaceable blades, and also I don't find it really does any damage to it. So I like to use this, and it creates quite a lot of spark. So if you see here, loads and loads of spark. Okay, and that's up to 3000 degrees Celsius, the heat that will be generated on one of those single sparks. Okay, so ferrocerium rod, got my Laplander saw, tenderness that Yasmin made, which is perfect. Okay, what I'm going to do is get a spark into that, get that going. I'm going to place that, and what I've used is a bed of bark, some nice dry bark there, which we can also add as tinder. And then I'm going to place my bundle nest here, which I'm going to place on top, get it going. Now I've got my small sticks, medium sticks ready to go. Cool, let's get it going. I think something's caught an animal, sounds like. Fox has got a bird or something. There you go. Sometimes when you get a nest, if it's not catching first time, it means the fibres are maybe too loose apart like this. So then there's too much air in it, so you want to just tighten it up, mush it up a bit. And this sometimes helps to get it going. A bit tighter so sparks don't fall through. Okay. Right. There we go. No, still not catching. Go. Start to catch. Perfect. So you can see with the fire sometimes it's a little bit of perseverance. The tinder doesn't strike straight away. Play around with it, mush it up, get it so it's a bit tighter, and then you can get your fire going. Make sure you've got a nice nest like this. This really helps. And you've got all your small sticks to hand here, so we can start building that up. Some of this dry stuff, which is a bit moist, that one. Some more of these sticks on. These are great, these small sticks, especially when it's got no bark on it as well. The bark's a bit wet sometimes, it really smokes it up. So I sometimes take the bark off some of these. Actually look like bits of bone. That's a nice bit. Bark. Crucial time with the fire is always at that start. Just getting that nice amount of fuel for it, building it up. Bigger sticks are starting to catch. sometimes what's really good to do. So I get a bit of wood like this, and then I make a little fire stick. So I take these shavings back. This just helps for it to catch a bit quicker. There you go, so like that. Feathering the stick, they call it. Let's set in, that can catch on. Don't need that. Actually think I need to sharpen this knife. It's starting to get a bit blunt. I have to do that a bit later. I normally do that once the fire's up and everything's done. I'll sit and prep my tools, sort of waterproofed up, cleaned and sharp. So I like to get this fire going, and then while Yaz is at camp, I'm going to shoot off and see if I can get us some dinner. If not, worst comes to worst, we get steak. Okay, cool. Right, so I found another Y shape. So I'm going to use this for my pot hanger. So what I'm going to do is the pot will hang here into the Y section, and I'm going to use the long arm here where I'm going to cut grooves in, notches. And if you look over here where we're going to hang the pot, I can hang this into the notch, and then what I can do is I can move it up and down depending on the height of the flame and how hot and how quick I want to either cook or boil water. Okay, now this part here is a little bit big, so we don't need that big, so I'm going to cut this off here with a Laplander, and then I'll cut some notches in. Okay, so Laplander, just going to cut this bottom bit off. There you go, and I can use that bit, a nice little log to stick on the fire. Okay, so there you go, hang our pot onto there. So now I need to cut my notches in. So I want to cut my notches so as it hangs on, it's going to notch in. Okay, so I'm just going to literally cut in and then up slightly so it hang. And then what I can do is I can even make it into a slight point, and then I can do a little hole, and then that can actually balance into that. It just makes it a little bit more sturdy. So I'll put one here. One. Two. Three. I'll do one more. Probably won't need the top one, but it's always good to have it there. 4. And then what I'll do is I'm going to cut just down here like this. And I can just cut that in. You see, and then what that does is it opens the notch up here, and then I can just trim that into more of a point. Okay. Cut this one here. Okay. Okay, and then one more. Okay, so got my notches, and then what I'll do is I'm going to cut those into a small point. So I'm just going to place that. Yep, see, nice and perfect. Could go maybe a little bit deeper so you can have a practice here. You want to make sure it's nice and secure, so what I'll probably do is I'm actually going to go a little bit deeper with that one. Drop that in a bit more. That's it, it's a nice drop. Well, we got our shelter up. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it fully made with all the struts, but we got a tarp, so I always carry a spare tarp just in case. So we made the frame, we got the tarp up, and then tomorrow we'll work on constructing the roof properly. But because it's getting dark so quickly, we need to make sure we're up and set. Fire's nicely going now, beer in hand, and I think we're going to cook some food up. I did go off to see if I could shoot anything, but unfortunately nothing to my liking. Saw a massive herd of deer, huge herd of deer, and a really nice buzzard. All the pheasants are literally on the other side of the field, and the deer are all in the centre of it, so I don't really want to walk across because it's going to literally spook everything. So what I'm going to do is tonight I'm going to go out and do a little bit of lamping and see if I can get some of the pheasants that have started to roost up in the trees, or as Yasmin calls it, roasting in the trees.
That was only when I was younger, come on.
So yeah, we're going to go and have a look around tonight and see what we can see. Unfortunately, the memory card is starting to run out. We don't have a lot of memory left. We've done quite a lot of filming today already, so I'm going to try and save it for some specific things. So hopefully we're going to go and check out a badger set, which is just up about 200-300 meters away from here.
Yeah, there might be a few fox cubs where we're going to.
Yeah, we've seen a fox den as well. So I've actually got my camo netting, so we're going to cover ourselves up with that. I'll take the camera down, and I've got my high-powered torch, so we'll see if we can see anything. But right now, Yasmin's like smoked us out, and
Wow.
we need to get a feed on, so then we can go and find some cool stuff this evening. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.